It wasn't until I was near death where I finally just realized this is no way to live and I need to utilize what's out there for help.
Frisia has spent much of her life homeless, on the streets, in shelters, wherever she could find a roof over her head.
Well, it wasn't nice. Like most stories, it was not a pretty picture. I was on the streets up in Prince George, and I wasn't able to keep a week clean and sober.
But now she's been sober for 2.5 years and has turned her life around. She rents a room in a boarding house, but until recently, she was part of a growing population of homelessness in Vernon.
There's a big problem in Vernon right now. We've got about 300 people that are staying at people's houses, and it's not a permanent residence. They face losing that place, and they've got nowhere to go in Vernon.
They are the hidden homeless, invisible to the general public.
Hidden homelessness is when people are staying on someone's couch or staying with people, and they might float from house to house. And so we don't capture that. That is why it's called hidden homeless.
It's a little easier to get the numbers for men, but unfortunately women are a much more hidden homeless population. They're just stuck in unfortunate situations, and they're not always able to come forth and ask for help when they need it.
There are many reasons why hidden homelessness is more common among women. Street nurse Jessica provides care for the community's most vulnerable and sees firsthand what women are up against.
Certainly for women and that sort of population that's a little less noticeable, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of abuse sometimes and stigma related to being homeless or being with nowhere to go.
I think for a lot of us women, it starts when we lose our families. A lot of us want to stay off the grid because how are we going to get our kids back if the system knows we're in these shelters, treatment centers, detoxes?
But without proper treatment, it becomes a vicious cycle.
So a lot of us end up staying with friends, men who have, found us somewhere and offered us a couch to stay on. But with that comes, sexual exploitation of many kinds.
They did do a study in Vancouver in 2009, and it was a very exhaustive study, and they estimated that for every one homeless person, there was 3.5 hidden homeless people.
In addition to Vernon's estimated 300 hidden homeless people, there are another 75 in shelters and about 15 camping out. With shelter beds at capacity and a lack of affordable housing, experts say a crisis is looming.
Over the coming weeks, we'll take a closer look at the issue of homelessness in Vernon and its root causes, including lack of affordable housing. For Go Okanagan, I'm Jamie Ross.